BTB listeners, thank you so much for checking out today's episode. Listen, if this episode inspires you, do me a favor, take 5 seconds to shoot me a like and subscribe to the podcast. There are several more exciting guests that are in the pipeline, and I just can't thank you enough for your continued support, and let's keep paying the mission forward.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby.
Welcome to the BTB Project, designed to empower listeners to identify their why and to live their best lives no matter the circumstances. My name is Kollman Gearhart, a former athlete and motivational coach. I've had the opportunity to inspire thousands through my story and help accomplish what they are built to be. You'll be encouraged by each and every episode, and let's get into it.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like Peter Pan. In real life, be living out my dreams. If I'm waking up, it's in a foreign land.
Welcome to part 6 of the Ultimate Comeback. Thank you so much, listeners, for tuning into this series. And I'm just excited today to really tackle a piece of this setback puzzle that will be the icing on the cake when it comes to this series. I highly suggest going back and listening to the previous 5 episodes back to help set up your ultimate comeback journey. And today's topic is a little bit contradictive of overcoming a setback. And it's something that happens actually long before setbacks, long before difficult circumstances or whatever we're facing. And it actually comes to the opposite spectrum of dreaming. What if part of your ultimate comeback is actually resurrecting a dream that you had that you want to go after, that you want to achieve? There are so many times that we limit ourselves before we even take action in any facet of our life. And being able to reignite something that belongs to each and every one of us, our dreams, our passions, visualizing the extraordinary things we can do in our lives. I talk about it, quite frankly, on each and every podcast. Our dreams is something that we sometimes keep tight-knit, close to our hearts, because we don't want to let too many people know about it, because we feel like we're going to be on the hook for if it doesn't work out or if we overpromise and underdeliver. But ultimately, I want you to go back to that dream right now. When you're thinking of all of the things that you've ever wanted to do in your life, go back to what you feel like you can do that's extraordinary. Now, when you're there, something happened along the way to where you feel like your dream slipped through your fingers. Maybe it was a setback. Maybe it was a challenge or the voice of doubters trying to snatch those dreams away. But I'm actually here to tell you something. Your dreams are not gone. It's time to decide to dream again. So what does that look like? And how does that coincide with your ultimate comeback? Is simply deciding. Decide that your dreams are worth it. No matter what you've been through, whether it's from a loss or a failure, a difficult circumstance, or even if it's your own self-doubt, decide that you will rise again. Making a decision about getting back on track and going for your goal or dream. This isn't just an idea. It's a commitment. It's a decision that you make to yourself to be accountable to go after that goal. It's time for you to reclaim what is yours. Bring those dreams out of the shadows. I've been really convicted as of recently because one of the things that I've struggled with is who I've been in the dark. A lot of the dreams or aspirations that I have, I'm actually the type of person that does keep it tight to my heart. That doesn't want to leave it out into the open because I don't want people to judge me. I don't want them to criticize me. I don't want them to say that I can do it. And then, better yet, if I don't fully engage in going after my goal or aspiration, then I don't have to beat myself up if it doesn't work out. You see, that's how we're thinking all the time, trying to play it safe, staying in the dark. But when you're deciding to dream again, you're bringing those dreams out of the shadows. And as you bring those dreams out of the shadows, the first thing that will happen is there's going to be a lot of noise. So, step 2 to resurrecting your dreams for your ultimate comeback is you got to silence the noise. There will always be people in your life that will never understand what you're trying to do or the aspirations that you have. I have family members and people that I love dearly that give me the look of 10 heads because they don't understand why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. Some people don't understand why I want to have this microphone in front of me. But the truth is, when it comes to that ultimate comeback, it's the dream, it's what you visualize yourself doing to help other people, to be successful in your career, to do well in school, to have that athletic success, whether it's individually or on a team. If you believe that you can do that and you've dreamed it, it's my obligation to you to say, why not go after it? And the people who are questioning it along the way, that might create doubt. It might even discourage you. Remember, the world that we live in is full of those voices. Pick the voice that you want to manipulate you. That's the enemy. That's unfortunately the world that we live in. But do you have the power to choose which ones to listen to? And the answer to that is an undoubtable yes. Drown out the negativity and focus on what you know is possible. Don't let others doubt or dictate your limits. Your setback is a setup not to step back. Let it be a platform from which you rise even higher than where you are right now. That is the 1% better each and every day mentality. I'm not asking you to get 100% better. I'm asking you to get 1% better. I'm asking you to keep moving, to take those little steps towards your goals and aspirations. As you're reaching and striving towards that, you're creating platforms to where you can continue to reach higher and higher. And from there, step 3, identify what you truly want and match your discipline with what you desire. We are all creatures of habit. And to resurrect your dreams, you have to clearly know what they are, and you have to truly know what you want. Be specific. Write it down. Be accountable to those goals by putting it in front of you. Make them come to life on a piece of paper. And don't hold back or settle for less for what you're capable of. Don't be some of the situations that I faced where you hold back and try to play it safe, and then you're always wondering, what did you leave on the table? Do you have regrets of not giving it your all because you're trying to be a habitual people pleaser, or you're trying not to get hurt, or you're trying not to fail? When you match the desire with discipline, discipline is the bridge between dreaming and doing. Are you going to be the talker, the philosophical, looking out at the world and saying all of these awesome things about what you can do? But are you actually going to roll up your sleeves and start doing it? As you make the decision to tap into your discipline, that's where you're taking action. It's going to be incredibly uncomfortable. And it's going to be really hard. Even if it scares you, take those steps forward towards your goal and your ultimate comeback. Every small step builds you strength and it brings you closer to the life you've envisioned. Why would you ever want to live a life that doesn't have fulfillment, that doesn't make you tick, that doesn't make you feel you're striving and being ambitious and going towards something? Why would you want to live stagnant? Don't make that decision. Put your dreams on paper and take the step that is by far one of the most important steps. Plan your comeback with action. It's not enough to just want it. You must be willing to act. Decide on 3 specific actions you can take today to bring your dream back to life. Starting this podcast, I remember the 3 things vividly on what it was going to take. I knew that God gave me the gift of having a voice. I knew that I had 20 years of a sample set of helping people accomplish their goals and dreams through athletics and being an impact to them as a coach and being a mentor and having that ability to speak, to help influence others, to help support others. That when I decided a little over a year and a half ago to record my first episode, that gave me the confidence to start taking action. I made a few phone calls to people that inspired me that were in podcasting. They gave me tips and advice to help set up my channel, to do all the ins and outs of technology and making sure I knew how to upload the videos, all that fun stuff. But ultimately, I started setting up small goals. And I had this goal of doing a podcast for over 13 years. That's a goal I had to resurrect. I started setting up a support group around me. A lot of times when I'm interviewing others on the BTB Project, that interview is for me. I love picking the brains of people who have had success in athletics and how they're transferring it to life to help others. I'm just spreading the good news and the wisdom to you as the listener. But the one that it's impacted the most right now is me. And by the end of making that decision and planning my comeback with action through this podcast, I dedicated a few hours a week to work towards that goal, creating BTB shorts, doing interviews. And each action that I took, it was a brick. And brick by brick, I was building something into what the BTB Project is today. Streamed in over 40 different countries. Had almost 100 guests on the podcast sharing their story. The feedback, the relationship built because people have listened to the podcast has been nothing short of extraordinary. But it was only reachable because I put my goal out there. I was vulnerable enough to put my goal out there to go after it. And when it comes to your goal and your ultimate comeback, are you willing to put it out there? Lastly, it's time to own your destiny. There's so many things in the past that we think about that gives us regrets. That makes us think twice about who we are. Could crush our self-confidence or make us think that we're not good enough. But your past doesn't define you. You may have had setbacks, but they do not have to define your destiny. You, as the listener, hold the pen to your story. With faith, determination, and action, you can write your next chapter to make it the best one yet. You are capable of a comeback that doesn't just restore what was lost, but it surpasses anything that you thought you could achieve. Imagine a life where your setbacks served to make you stronger and wiser and more relentless. Imagine a life that you can live like that. So to wrap up this series, I have some actionable takeaways for you. I want you to start taking action. Listen to me. Decide to pursue your dream again. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put it in your journal. Say it out loud. Say it in the mirror when you wake up every morning and own it. Own that dream and don't let anybody take it away from you. Next is block out negativity. Commit to filtering out anyone in your life that isn't helping you on your rise. Next is identify your dream clearly. Be clear and concise and match it with daily discipline. What are the steps that you're taking towards that goal? Set specific actions to take one step at a time. Through that, you're going to start building some momentum. Those steps can turn into gigantic leaps. But as you're taking action each day, no matter how small, remind yourself in those daily practices that your dream and you are still alive. Next is choose faith over fear. The world will put us in a fearful state. It can crush you. I've seen it do it to me, and I've seen it do it to others. I know all of you can relate to that. But choose your faith over fear. When those doubt moments creep in, remember the setbacks don't control your destiny. You do. You take actions to put yourself into self-doubt. You take actions to get yourself out of it. Lastly, the ultimate comeback is within reach. It's time to resurrect your dream. Believe in yourself. Take action and keep going. This is your story, and make it one that is worth telling. You are going to do something extraordinary. You have a gigantic goal or dream that you can't wait to show the world, and I'm going to be your biggest support when you show it. Take the steps towards it as you show it. This is your story. And make it one worth telling. Listen, if this Ultimate Comeback series impacted you, do me a favor, like and subscribe to the BTB Project. Each and every one of you have an opportunity in your life to be an impact on somebody else. And it's this BTB community that allows us to do it together. I do encourage, check out all 6 of the episodes. Thanks for tuning in. Share this with a family member or friend. And until next time, take care.